that I was leaving my hair because
Yeah. Pug.
Oh, ability.
Oh, pug. Lovely. Very nice. Oh. Oh.
What up?
Hiya. Oh, there. It's Kelly. Hey, Kelly. I never recognised you twice, you know.
Oh, what
Very
up, Kelly?
tricky.
I'm muting myself because otherwise a certain someone will probably mute me. Who's in here? Not Mark. And not Jacob. Jacob, you are not. I won't mute. I will stay muted.
Uh-huh.
What are you guys doing?
We're just going to do news and updates. After that, I go to bed because it's really late for me.
Okay. Oh,
But
hey,
apart from
Seren,
that-
guess what?
What's
Hawk
that?
shared the synagogue with me. So I put it in my home
Right.
today.
Okay.
You know Joker's fun house? You been in there?
I have, yes, once I think. Because it was tricky to get into for me sometimes.
It's like this big temple. thing.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's what Pop shared with me today.
Okay.
So
Nice.
now it's my home space.
Oh, see. Good, it's your home space.
Yeah. And he shared it with Vlad too, so Vlad's gonna be able to use it.
Okay. Did you go and talk to the bouncer at the back, Robbie?
Yeah, I told her I was gonna raise Habit. She said she's gonna kick me.
That'd be funny.
Well, we better start muting ourselves to get started now.
Is there a countdown? It's a countdown. I can't read. 2 minutes and something. What's that, James? James!
Hey, Serenity.
Oh, David, where are you?
Right behind you.
Gotcha. There you are. Hello. I can't wait. I'm in 2D. Yeah, alright. I can't step out my girl and give it up.
Yeah, Michael's on his way out as well. It's on the verge of going tits up.
Ugh, back is gone. Oh my.
Hey everybody!
How's it going?
Hey everybody! Yay!
See you.
Yeah, we're here with the news and updates this week from AltSpace to show you all the things that are happening here in AltSpace VR. I am your host, Rel.
And I'm your other host, JW, and our amazing producer, Mark, is running the cameras for you and moderating at the same time. So we're here for you every week to bring you the latest news and updates from our favorite VR social platform, AltSpace VR. Now on AltSpace News, we'll get right to it. We have The Hunt, and The Hunt has a winner. Daisy's Superheroes won the event, finding all the eggs. The rooftop with a big celebration. I've enjoyed this event because, it encourages people to explore the great creativity of our world builders here in AltSpace. And I visited the worlds and I haven't been to before or revisited the others that I haven't seen in a while. And I enjoy them, even more, Rel. It's in some ways, this was also like a walkthrough of the history of the world builders development from
was.
early poly, cartoon kit items, beautiful Unity kits. And I still enjoy both, the creative side of
So
both
do
of
I.
those formats, and it's about the artistry, the creativity that really matters here. So it was an amazing
It
experience
is.
to take that time to admire the hard work that went into the world. The AltSpace VR is certainly becoming even more beautiful and diverse. So thanks to all those world
Ah,
builders out
love
there
it.
for all your wonderful contributions.
Yay! I love that, love that. That was so much fun. Hey,
Yeah.
JV, AltSpace VR Community Potluck that was scheduled for last week was moved to Thursday and the name has changed. It's now the AltSpace VR Town Hall.
Yeah.
So the event happens only a few times a year, and it usually comes with some announcements and all kinds of changes that are happening here in AltSpace VR, some new news. And there's often some very cool surprises that are coming up, so make sure that you
Yeah.
are there and click that RSVP and put it on your paper calendar. Don't just rely on Outspace sending you a little email. Get it on your paper calendar so you don't miss it, because I think there's going to be some big announcements here, and one of them is likely to be a repeated announcement that it is official that AltSpace VR will soon, not right away, be dropping support for the Daydream VR device from Google, and to remove the AltSpace VR app from the Google Play Store. So I rely on that app all the time to check in to see what things that are coming on. I also have a Daydream, but it's really heartbreaking. So
It is.
part of the problem is that Google has just not given it the Daydream the support and the attention that it needs, and AltSpace developers have worked hard to try to support it. But tech marches on, man. It just marches on, and that's just, we got to live with that. So last Thursday, Keegan, the program owner of AltSpace, announced that AltSpace is discontinuing support for the Daydream, and the app will soon be out of the Google Play Store. So we're not exactly sure when. It could be next few weeks. It could be in the next couple months. Don't know. But Quest is supposedly coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And AltSpace VR is ready for it. Are you ready for the invasion of the Questers? You got your orders in? Yeah. So that's going to be really interesting to see what happens with all of that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, did you know that the AltSpace volunteers run the AltSpace VR and it's supervised by staff, but this event teaches newcomers the basics about how to use AltSpace. It's held 5 days a week, and recently teams were formed to so that people can work as a team assigned to a specific day of the week. So we got the Monday crew, we got the Wednesday crew, which is myself and Joker and a bunch of others, and we got a Friday crew, and we have a Saturday and Sunday crew. So we're rocking it. If you are interested in becoming one of those crews, we need some volunteers. So join the volunteer Discord or talk to us after the event. We're very, very proud of what the volunteers do here in AltSpace and what they've done with the AltSpace VR 101. Jay, you started that, didn't you? That was your baby.
With Becky. Way back in last summer now.
Yeah. So
Pretty
look at how
awesome.
far it's come. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And thank you for doing that. And thank you to all the volunteers who keep it alive. We are so proud of the volunteer team and the AltSpace VR 101 group. So keep up the great work. We love it. So some cheers for our volunteers. Yeah. Love them, love them, love them.
See you guys join the volunteer group. We'd love to have you here.
Yeah.
All right, we have a list in the lobby that you saw as you came in with the various main AltSpace VR Discord groups, as Rel was just talking about. So we have one for volunteers, we have one for world building, and even our own show here, the news and updates. So check your favorite events and groups for their Discord channel. The news and updates, we do have our own, I just mentioned. It's called the Altspace News and Updates Discord, where we post updates throughout the week on VR industry news. We have articles, we have tips and tricks, and what's going on here in Altspace. So come join that.
Yay!
And now it's time for world building and SDK news.
Ooh.
Now, the feature world list has been updated with the new algorithm that moves the hub worlds up towards the start of the list. So if you're a prolific world builder, let the staff know in the world building Discord group so that they can promote your hub world. If you haven't built a hub world yet, it's a world space that features teleporters to your various worlds, often themed. For example, we have Henry and his crew. They have the science fiction themed hub for all the sci-fi worlds that he's created, such as his amazing Star Trek and the Jetsons worlds. So you want to check those out. And we have world builders. If you build a new world, a kit, a skybox, or other goodies for Altspace, and you want to be featured or get feedback, then you want to post in the world building Discord channel titled sharing, so hashtag sharing. This will speed up that process of getting your world featured. Already the feedback from the world builders are getting, it's really helping them to improve their world, and it's making it better for all of us with some informal testing. So it's a great way for the world builders to support and encourage each other as well. And the latest MRE, which stands for Microsoft
Reality extension.
Reality extension, yeah. I was trying, it's like I had a moment there. Update is now out for all devices, so check it out. The new grabbable features, the ability to pick things up is exciting, so don't forget that this version breaks backwards compatibility. So you want to check in with the MRE STK Discord group for details.
Yeah. Now, as a reminder, because we've had problems again this week, if you've built a world and you have a video player, a browser in there, lock it down. You've got to hit the moderation tool and you've got to lock it down so people cannot search and they cannot add things. This is a requirement. Before your world can be featured, it needs to have those video players locked down. You may add a playlist, but the video player has to have the search locked down because we want to keep this a safe place for people to play and explore. And you know, you just can't have nice things because people want to mess with things, and we've had some unfortunate experience with that. But stay tuned for more news and updates for world builders as they're coming hard and fast right now as the development on the new SDK and the MRE is just really moving along, and I'm excited about what's coming up. We also have a amazing hub is almost ready. I've got to be ready by now. That Mark has put together, our awesome producer here, of the 3 iterations of the studios that we are in. This is the 3rd one, and his hub will take you on a tour of looking at how it's evolved into this more intimate space, which is just fantastic. So check that out, and if you want, he'll give you a tour afterwards. Yay! So we have several meetups weekly here for world builders at every level. On Tuesday is the basic world building introduction, followed by the world builders meetup for more advanced beginner to intermediate topics. And later in the week is the SDK meetup covering the programming aspects of world building and the new MRE and all the other good stuff that is going on when it comes to building worlds in Altspace. For more information, see help.altvr.com and developer.altvr.com. And join the many Discord groups that are helping these endeavors. Yes. Now,
Alrighty,
how about
now
some
let's move on to
news?
new world
Yeah.
highlights. Here are just a few of the highlights from all the new worlds here in Altspace. We have Chris. He has a new world builder here in Altspace. He's been very busy creating 2 Unity spaces for us to enjoy. The first is the Beverly Hills Mansion with event spaces and great areas to explore and socialize. You can see that on the screen there. And I was in there last night. It's this beach and boardwalk party. It's a Caribbean vacation in Altspace with a great walk.
Were you there last
You were
night?
there. Lots of people.
was
Yeah,
there.
it was really. That place
was
was
really
hopping. There
fun.
was over 30-some people there. For
Yeah,
sure.
it was amazing. Yeah.
Really cool. I love the music that he was playing. Very Caribbean themed.
It was
It
great.
was pretty awesome. So if you're more adventurous and you missed the jungle maze, Andreas Muse has a great space station maze that he's worked hard to ensure it would work for mobile devices, and every corridor looks the same. Now, we were in there the other day, and I swear to you, I don't know if there really is an exit, because we were in there searching and searching and searching, and I was playing like ticking time bomb songs and stuff like that as we're like to make it more intense. And we could not find the exit, so I don't know.
haven't found it either. Has anybody found the exit? Anybody?
He says it generates a new maze every time you enter, so I don't know if there ever is an exit or if you ever get out of it. So we'll have to have him on and talk about more about how that
We need a party. We need a party to go, and we'll send out people in all directions. We're going to find that.
It's truly confusing,
ending.
and it's going to take some time for anybody to work and find the end. It's a challenge. If you guys can do it, let's hear about it.
Yay.
Now, Rel here has gathered together her nature spaces into a nature hub, which hosts some of the most popular worlds here in Altspace, including her beautiful Walk in the Woods, her Walk in the Labyrinth, her Glass Maze, her Scavenger's Maze and Cave, and her two new ones, the Bubble Bay Underwater Caves and the Last of the Glaciers, which I've visited. They're all just incredible. Awesome job with Rel and Tommy and Tony and Dawn and all these people.
Mark helps.
And Mark.
And I just love it, And love working with a team doing the world building. It makes it much more fun. I get it started, they come in, they fix it.
All right. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
You got it.
So if you're looking for a quiet place to rest and relax, kick off your shoes or maybe even your clothes, you want to check out Mr. Prime's beautiful Asian hot springs where you can soak your cares away.
I love that space. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous.
The midnight theme is really awesome. So Robotopia by James is a tribute to the great robot avatars of our society. Using ancient temples from across history, he's created a great place to worship our techno lords. So check out Robotopia. Cool. Now everybody can create their own worlds. Just want to check out help.altvr.com for all the information on how to build and create your world.
All right, it's a time for events here in Altspace VR. And one of the most exciting events in Altspace VR is happening this week. And that is honestly, I'm so excited about this. It is the 2-year anniversary of the LGBTQ plus meetup. Chris and his team, which Jay and others have been pitching in, Chris's team put together a special event to celebrate, and it's embracing the European time zones as well as North America. And it's on Wednesday. Now, I got a preview of it last night, and this space is adorable. It is so awesome. And we fixed the water, so now you can go swimming.
Yeah.
So it's all wonderful. So it's going to get your RSVP in there for Wednesday. It's going to be amazing celebration you do not want to miss. And make sure, I love it that Altspace sends us an email an hour before an event, but write it down on whatever calendar you use so you don't forget. Because these events are too much fun. Everybody.
Everyone is welcome. And one of the most heartwarming things to see is all the LGBTQ supporters, people who are supportive of the LGBTQ community that are there just to offer their love and support. That's amazing. And often at these meetups, we have more supporters than we actually do members of the community. So we love that. It's pretty awesome. So thank you guys so much for being so open-minded and inclusive. That's how we change the world from the inside out.
Well said. Bravo said. Yes, I love it. So check that out on Wednesday, and congratulations, Chris and your whole team.
Yeah,
2
awesome
years.
job,
That's
so
amazing.
dedicated.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, DJ Spence and DJ Boofmaster is hosting a New York City dance party in a few hours here in Altspace. So you can join the party and make sure that you check out the amazing progressive dance beats with the great sounds and imagery going on. So it'll be another fun party night here in Altspace. We got all kinds of fun events coming up after this. Now, I wanted to talk about, on a little slightly calmer note, that Evolve VR's yoga and meditation here in Altspace have been attracting quite the crowds. And People are coming in. It's been featured on some podcasts and news reports, and people are coming in to sink into their inner self, find that peace, that inner peace, and just and then do some yoga and stretch it all out, and really helping people feel good in the virtual world as much as they do in the real world. And I absolutely love it. So check those out. And we need more moderators. So please, if you want to volunteer, you want to help mod, we need more for that event. The genealogy and family history meetup is coming up on Friday, and that's one of the popular events that's here in AltSpace. I host it. It is in the Family History Museum here in AltSpace that will soon be a public space, and we're talking about the basic technology that's involved in family history research, and it's part of an ongoing series. So come check it out and RSVP, and it's open to everyone. Remember, everybody got family. You don't have to like your immediate family, but I bet you got some fascinating ancestors, so everyone's qualified. Come on and join us. And Tuesday is another rocket party with a SpaceX Falcon 9 launch with supplies and experiments for the International Space Station. Now, there's been a few recent setbacks, but the program is still going forward, still exciting, and join the hundreds of people that are show up for the rocket party on Tuesday for a great launch, we hope. David 58 has a new movie venue on Tuesday. It's called Cosmic Rendezvous. He'll be showing some space and science fiction goodies, so check it out. And Jay, what's up next on the events?
So Thursday we have another meetup with our favorite health systems chat for a unique discussion on smart cities and smart health. It coincides with the COSI, or COSI, Science Festival. Now, he's created a smart tune city floating 500 feet above the Columbus, Ohio area to discuss technologies making cities smarter and healthier. A smart city is one that uses physical infrastructure through AI and data analytics to support economic, social, and cultural development. It's a fascinating topic, so make sure not to miss it. Next up, we have Tech Talk with Jesse Damani, who is every Friday, or actually every Monday, but coming up in a week is a special event with Peter Rubin of Wired, who's going to talk about the state of VR. So expect to learn more about what's coming out in devices, controllers, and games, as well as the competition for our attention in VR. It should be about 45 minutes of amazing talk about the future of VR, so RSVP now to get it on your calendar. Rel's Blast from the Past was Thursday. It was a tribute to the timeless brilliance of Carol Burnett and the Carol Burnett Show, which I imagine was pretty awesome. Damn hilarious.
It was very funny.
Yeah. It was a great event just in time for Carol Burnett's 86th birthday. And this
Unbelievable.
week, the Blast from the Past will be the Smothers Brothers, a groundbreaking musical comedian group who paved the path for today's comedy shows and comedians, as well as helped out some of the greatest like Steve Martin, Carl Reiner, and George Carlin. The following week, they will dig up some of the oldest videos from the Beatles, so you want to RSVP now to ensure a spot and to set a reminder. The Educators in VR meetup has been moved from this week to May 2nd, so you want to adjust your calendar accordingly. Educators in VR meets up every week, bringing together educators from around the world to discuss how they are researching and integrating VR into the teaching space. So if you're an educator or interested in using VR, AR, which stands for augmented reality, and other virtual tools, you want to get involved in the educational industry, come join them. They will have a great speaker, and this is an excellent way to network with other innovators. Now, Rel's part of that group, right, Rel?
Yeah, and I love it. It's really fascinating. So be there. Yeah, we've got a panel. We've got a panel lined up this week, and it's talking about accessibility and stuff in VR and education. So it's going to be really great.
Very cool. Now,
I'm very excited about what's next. Yeah, with what
on
Yuji's
the
project
Scenes
is.
and Screens Festival, which is scheduled August 2 through 4th in AltSpace, and they're currently accepting submissions for papers, for film performance, and other VR installations under the topics of degrees of freedom, moments of inertia, and presence of mind. There was just a meetup to present this information on the event and submissions. If you have missed it, you want to check with Yunji during her office hours or on the AltVRCom website for SAS 2019, which is the Screens and Scenes 2019 Festival. Tonight
And
our
Jay, wait a minute,
yes.
Jay.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
Room 2 is alive, so let's send some hearts to Room 2. It's opened up a
Welcome,
mirrored
Room 2.
space. Hello, hello, hello.
Now, for those
Welcome.
wondering what Room 2 means, it means that this space has become full, so another space has split off, and there are people in a second space that are seeing Rel and I as presenters and some of the moderators in the rooms.
And
All
your
right, so-
emojis. They see your emojis.
Yeah, and
so
your
make
emojis.
sure
So
they're
send
not
your love. They will see that
alone.
as little dots appearing with your emojis coming out.
Yay.
So tonight are our weekend regulars with Improv Night, Ungiverse, then we have Rated VR, and Sunday brings us Virtual Reality Church. We have Center Stage, hosted by Natalia, Screen Queen with Alex, Altspace VR Comedy House, Sundays, hosted by Kelly Dunham. And the rest of this week features some of our favorite regulars, including movies and documentaries by, go ahead and tell them, Rel.
David 58. Yes.
Woo-hoo.
We've got so many things. We've got the Block Decentral Crypto and the Blockchain Meetup. We have the Rooftop on Monday, Tuesday Improv Show, Yoga Meditation, and Open Mic Night on Wednesdays. And let's not forget the awesome dating game on Friday. There are over 100 events here in Altspace, and most of them are
Wow,
hosted by
100.
people just like you. Just like you, Jay. Just like me. Just like
Wow.
Mark. Yay. And Altspace VR is looking for people to share their talents and passions with others. If you have a skill, a hobby, an interest, and you'd like to share it with other like-minded individuals, consider hosting your own event. I do the genealogy and family history because I love it, and I love sharing that with people. I do Doctor Who Meetup because I'm a Whovian, and I just love it so much. And the Blast from the
Whovian.
Past is a fascinating way for me to connect with younger people who have no idea who some of the greatest people who paved the way for all the comedians today, like Joan Rivers and Carol Burnett and the Smothers Brothers and Tom Lehrer and all the rest. So, it's a great way for me to share the greats that influence my life and help educate a new generation. So if you speak a foreign language, please, we're looking for, Altspace is looking for German and Dutch and Spanish. They're in high demand, and you want to create an event, you can do it in English, but go on, do it in your own language. Check out the weekly How to Create an Event to learn how it all works, and hopefully we'll mention your event here on the news and updates. So, are you ready for some of the other awesome news? Oh, we have the tip. Go for it, Jay.
Altspace tip of the week.
That's so awesome. All right.
And hopefully I'm
So-
not breaking up because I'm a little robotic. Okay.
You're doing
Okay.
great. So our tip of the week this week is on the Altspace VR feature called Mute When Idle. So if you go to your settings and then you go to audio, one of your options is to mute while idle. And what happens is by default, Altspace VR will mute your headset, if it doesn't detect your voice after a few minutes. This is to protect you for when, that phone rings and you put down your headset and everyone in the room hears the whole conversation. Or, you're trying to, somebody comes in and asks you a question, you have to respond in the real world. And so this mutes, or you go out for lunch and then other people move in the room and we get to hear that conversation.
Yeah, or
So,
a siren is
it's-
going by, or
Oh,
a car alarm is going off.
It's
or-
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it works really great, but sometimes you're listening to someone talk and you're not speaking and it will automatically mute you, and that gets
You're
to be the
practicing
big
active
game. It took
listening,
us-
and all of a sudden you get actively muted.
Yes.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
be aware that you can flip that on or off, so that if it becomes annoying to keep unmuting yourself and unmuting yourself. I've had the conversation with people where I just kind of go, "Ah! I got muted
Yeah.
again," and I said something brilliant, and I didn't even know I was muted, and I'm saying all these brilliant things, and they can't hear a word. And finally they go, "Are you there? Are you still there? Are you paying attention?" Like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
crap, I got muted again. Okay, so be aware that you can turn this off if you're in that kind of active listening situation. And but do remember, you got to mute yourself before you take off that headset so you can protect the audio space of Altspace. So if you have any features or tips or anything that we can host on here, please let us know. And you can find answers to many of your questions at the AltSpace VR 101 event, as well as help.altvr.com.
And I do have a tip. Just watch your mute.
Yeah.
So if it's red, then you'll know it's muted. And if it's clear or blue, then you know it's unmuted. So make sure you just look at your microphone before you
Yes.
speak.
Yeah. And now we have a little bit of time this week for some discussion. And Jay,
Yeah.
news, all of my spies are saying that Tuesday is going to be the release of the Quest.
Do you have spies at Best Buy? Is that what's happening? Because I know Ray's blowing up about that.
No, I have spies who have spies at Best Buy. So, what do you think? What do you think about the Quest?
I think it's going to happen. I really do. I think it's going to come out this Tuesday, as everyone's predicting, at the F8 conference. So that's Facebook's annual conference, and I believe that the year before that they announced the Go. So in keeping with tradition, we believe that they're going to announce the Quest and probably the Rift S at the Tuesday event coming up called the F8 conference. And super excited about it. I'm actually on the fence as to if I'm going to get the S or if I'm going to get the Quest. A big reason for that is because with the S, you have to have a certain IPD range, which stands for interpupillary distance. So you need to know what your IPD measurement is before you go out and get the Rift S, because the Quest has a manual IPD that you can adjust, but the Rift S has a software version which doesn't support particular IPDs, so you need to be very careful. So I'm on the fence until I get to the optometrist to find out what my IPD is.
Don't you know? I mean, shouldn't everyone know what? I don't even have a clue what mine is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's really interesting. And
Yeah.
how do you think the Quest is going to change AltSpace, or will it?
Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. I think we're going to see what happened with Black Friday and Christmas to a whole nother level of explosive, engagement, which will be pretty awesome. Yeah, so we'll see. And I just hope that we're ready for I don't want to say onslaught, the amazing folks that are going to be coming in, because the issue is they're going to need headphones, because the Quest, just like the Go, has that speakers so close to the microphone that if you don't turn it down about 4 clicks, then everything from your speakers goes into your microphone. And so the Rift S and the Quest,
Echo time.
yeah, both have that banded speaker system, which unfortunately, in social VR can be a problem. So hopefully people will be educated to use headphones or to turn down about 4 clicks their sound, so we don't get that echo, which drives people crazy.
Yeah,
So
just hate
that's
that
the
thing.
only big concern I have about it, because it is a bit of an issue when we have the echo.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what new people come in, and I'm
Yeah,
really
me too.
fascinated to see that many of you are probably going to buy one because you just are tech obsessed and you can't stand it. You're going to have one. And some have been waiting. Many people want to upgrade from Go to something better, and they think this is the next step. So I'm eager to hear your input. So make sure, as Jay is just about to, well, I'll do the telling, okay?
Okay.
So please, if you like what we do, join us on our Discord groups, all the different ones here in AltSpace, but also join us on our news and updates Discord, because we're releasing information and news all week long with events and information. You can also subscribe to our event on the updates on the channel here in AltSpace at altvr.com, and so that it'll send updates to remind you about our event. But join us in Discord, because that's where we're sharing some incredible news that's going on behind the scenes in the VR industry that affects us here in AltSpace, as well as just general news and things that also affects us here in AltSpace. So we had some of the first news that came out about Daydream was posted right away on the news and updates. So if you want to stay up to date on what's going on, join us on Discord and check out the YouTube channels where and us on Twitch for live stream and stuff, where Mark is shoving out our stuff right there. And I want to say thank you to Mark, our great producer, for all the hard work that he does to pull this all together, and to myself, to Jay for the amazing work that he does in keeping us on track as well. And all of
to
our
Rel,
Oh,
for
thank you.
sure, for helping us every week with everything that she
Yay.
does. The tireless effort that she puts into this is just
Thank you.
absolutely
It's
incredible.
fun.
So thank you, Rel.
And thank you, and to all of the volunteers and moderators
Yes.
who help us make this a success. And if you want to get involved, we need people to help us do things on Discord. We need people to go around and photograph all the new worlds and give us this to put up on our slides and whatever it is. We need some help if you want to come join us. We have a great team. We'd love to have your help. So see us after the show. And just remember, we do this for our AltSpace community that we absolutely love, because we know how important it is that you stay informed and up to date on what's happening in your community, because that's how we help support each other. And you'll hear a lot of things here on the news and updates that you won't hear jamming around, hanging around the campfire. So come on back next week and hang out on our Discord channel, and we'll see you on the YouTube. All right. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you,
Mark.
Rel.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll
Stick
hang
around
out
if you have
here
any
and answer your
questions. We'll be here to answer.
So come on down.